Hey guys, welcome to my channel. We're doing anatomy today and I am using this book as a reference and let's go. So this is practice session 1 where we do the front and back in the anatomy class. I have already uploaded session 2 which was perspective drawing and also equilibrium challenge. This one is obviously the first session, so it's a bit simple where we don't have to work on any arm movement or any bodily movement, but just learning how to draw it from the front view and the side view. Currently I'm working on the front view and the book has very nicely explained how to draw anatomy. Basically you divide it into 8 lines, 8 parts, and the first 4 parts are the torso and the last 4 parts are the legs. So the second third part includes the lungs and the rib cage, and the fourth part includes the pelvis. Then below pelvis we have the genitals, and then we make the bones. So this is the bone structure that we're doing before we go on and add muscles and the entire human body to it. Understanding skeletal system is crucial to understanding how to draw a human figure, because once you have this diagram in your head, you don't have to worry much about how good the proportions are. This really helps with the proportion. So this is only for the understanding, and once you get the idea, you don't have to work on it again. So yeah, the first part of the 8 parts is the head, as we can see, and there is another tutorial on how to draw head. So you make one circle and add the jawline, and just where the circle ends, that's where the lips will be. As you can see even in the video, that is where the lips will be. If you divide the circle entirely into 2, that's where the eyes will be. So the half portion of the circle has eyes, and just where the circle ends are the lips. And also one thing I noticed is that there are basically 2 muscles in the arms. First is the shoulder muscle and then the other is the bicep muscle. But yeah, I find the easiest thing is the legs, because there is not a lot of things going on here, and like 2 parts, the thigh and the calf. But let's focus on it a little bit more. So there are, as we already know, there are 4 parts to the legs, and the first 2 parts will have the till the knee, and the last 2 part will have half knee and the calf, and also include the foot. So this is how it is, and your hand falls below the pelvis, so it does go into the lower 4 parts of the body. So either you can remember the 8 parts, or you can remember it as half. But yeah, now let's move on to the side view. The side view is just like the front view, but of course on the side. So we start with the circle, we draw the circle, and remember how it was. So the half part of the circle is where the eyes will land, and as you can make the hollow shape of the eye, skeleton has obviously the hollow shape. Make a straight line and join it from the back where the ear is. So that's how you make the skeletal face. And if you have observed, the neck comes into the second part, like just little where the second part starts, and that's how I learned it. And then second, third, fourth, fifth parts will have the hand. Elbow is right at the intersection of the third and fourth part, and you just make the lungs and pelvis from the side view from here. I love that the fourth part is completely occupied by the pelvis. You don't have to remember anything else. There's nothing else in the fourth part. And fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth are for the legs. The last part is for the foot, and it's just the amount you keep for the neck in the second part is the amount you keep for the foot in the 8th part. I'm gonna add the muscles now, And this is my favorite and the easiest part. Now that you know how the skeletal falls, adding muscles is like really a work of my left hand now. I eat mussels for breakfast. Now here the thing is, I fixed the center of gravity because the head and the foot should be in the same line and it was falling behind, so yeah, I fixed it later. And look how beautiful it looks. Now erase the skeleton to just show the human figure, to see how your final results are. And yay, we did well. After erasing, you can see how good it is. Now what I'm gonna do is I am gonna use this method without looking at the book, and also gonna add the next step, which is adding clothes. I'm just gonna do it on my own. There is no like reference for it. Let's see how we did. This is a quick time lapse on Procreate. So like I said, divided into 8 parts, and to keep it like proportionate, I drew 8 circles and then made the parts. And even though it doesn't look that well, but I just followed what was written in the book and then made the skeleton, made the body muscles, and now I'm adding clothes, and I think it really turned out well. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe. Bye.